Hi, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And as you can see, this is my Eurovisionathon 2025 TBR. So, it will actually be the fifth time I'm doing it. Fifth time? Has it been 5 years? I think we're doing it all the years anyway. But anyway, I'm doing it again. And so today I went to three libraries. The one in the biggest town, the one uh, a bit away from me, and the one closest to me. And so I have a lot of books to choose from. And of course, I also have like unread books there. I have lots of unread books that I own. I'm not honestly right now. This is kind of going to be more of a library haul in a way than showing you books from my bookshelves uh because honestly I've been thinking a bit about it, and honestly, for my bookshelves, I don't really know a lot of the books who could work. Sadly, I think a lot of the books that I own are English, American, or Australian. And yeah, two of those would work for Eurovisionathon, but you can't just read one book for England. You can't read two books. So, give me a little moment. Uh, so yeah, um, and I suppose, I know that Eurovision Fund, it's not that strict. So, like, if a book in chapter 3 mentions a doctor from Lithuania or a neighbor from Belgium, then that works. It doesn't have to be a big part of the story. But still, I mean, I suppose I can't really. I suppose I said I have unread books, and I'm a mood reader, so I might pick up one of those that I own. But right now, I mean, before I read them, I can't know which country they're gonna be working for. But yeah, I have, as I said, lots of library books here. So I'm gonna show you them to you guys. Now, first we have Håndbok i husstell for leiemordere by Hallgrimur Helgason. So this is the, pretty short list, Icelandic author. The book starts in New York, but it's about a Croatian person. So I suppose I could use this for Croatia. I suppose I have not double checked which countries are not or are competing. I think most of them are competing. But yeah, anyway, this could be for Croatia or Iceland because the main character kind of escapes or ends up in Iceland. So yeah, nice. And then we have Appelsinpiken by Merete Lien, a Norwegian book that takes place in Rome. So yeah, would be Italy. Or I suppose again, I haven't read the book, so I don't know if it's mentioned someone from France or whatever. But yeah, I would say I think it's mainly set in Rome. And then we have The Kingdom of Back by Marie Lu. This book, I don't know why I'm hitting it. I tried to get to this last year and then I didn't because mood reader me. But yeah, I want to get to it this year. It's been out now, I actually think 5 years, and we wanted to read forever. It's about Mozart's sister, and so it takes place in uh, like around Europe or yeah. So yeah, they're from. Oh my God, I should know this. Where is Mozart from again? Okay, I'm just gonna double check it because I mean he has a place he's from. So like where he's born. Give me a moment. He was born in Austria. Yeah. So he's and Nanel is from Austria, but I didn't know, but looks from the map that they might be traveling around a bit in Europe. So yeah, I suppose maybe I could use it for other countries as well. So yeah, I mean it's always good to have books with travel in them because then you have options because maybe you want to use it for a slightly known country that is there. And also, I just remembered there is a book. I think it's set in Luxembourg that is in that's in a library close to me. I forgot to borrow. But yeah, I mean, Eurovision Fun lasts until May, so I'm probably gonna do more library trips anyway. This is just the first, so yeah. And let's move on. Then we have Grønne fingre søkes. So this would be for Sweden. At least it's mainly Sweden. It's a Swedish author and it's set in Sweden. So yeah, looks like a juicy, feel-goody book. Then we have Clarity Jones and the Magical Detective Agency by Chris Smith. So this is a middle grade mystery book, and it's an English author. So I would probably think it's gonna be used for England. But then I feel like often maybe they mention dumb French people, dumb Germans. I don't know. So yeah, it's an option for England. Even though I mean, yeah, England's not really gonna be an issue. I own books where England is a setting. So, but yeah, I found it. It's a library. Why not? Then we have Woodwalkers by Katja Brandtz. This is a German middle grade book series. It's the first in a well series. I'm not sure if it's a trilogy or not. I did see three books in this in the library, but I suppose it could be a long series. Anywho, it's a German series about teens who shapeshift. So yeah, that just sounds fun. So yeah, using this for Germany. Then we have a book I got last year as well. I didn't get to. I mean, I often borrow all the books in the library, but I mean that's a good thing about the library. You can borrow all you want, and you can lend it back if you don't read it. No worries. But yeah, I have Livets Gåter by Jan Paul Schutten. This is a book all about philosophy for kids. It's written by a Dutch author. So yeah, but I'm thinking maybe it talks about other places. I don't know, but yep. And then we have Hvorfor ramlet ikke månen ned by Dennis Siva and Leonard Furuberg. So this is a series of kids books where it's like questions and then big pictures, so it's quickly read. I quite like in Eurovision font to like have like a mix of books, and having some kids books out in there with like big pictures is a good for like when you need a break from the bigger books. And yeah, I feel like this is a great really book series, I would say, for kids but also for adults who want to learn stuff, because I mean it's quick and easy explained, things you want to know about. So yeah, this is kind of a science book. And then we have Strikkesirkelen by Anne Hood. So this is a knitting circle. I think this one might. Maybe it's. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think it's set in the US. But again, I found this book totally randomly. So maybe they talk about something happening in the Europe, or maybe someone travels. I don't know. Anyway, I got it from the library, so I suppose this is a bit on the edge because it was very random. I got it, but yeah, now I have it. And then we have Døden og pingvinen by Andrei Kurokov. This is a Ukrainian satire book, and like it's one of the Ukraine's most famous authors, and it's not a big book, so I thought, yeah, well, let's try this one. Last year I did speeches from like out speeches from the Ukrainian president, and that was a good selection of speeches. But it's kind of fun to read this one as well. I feel like. Then, sorry. Then we have Mary Rose by Julie Garwood. This is a romance book. Again, I got it kind of randomly. I think it might have England in it because it's Lord MacDonald, but it's also starts in New York. And yeah, it looked cute and nice. So, yep. Then we have Null Stress by Julia Walsø, a Norwegian blogger. She traveled in her RV with with her family for I think maybe a year, several years, well, at least, and to travel around Europe. So you would have several options. I'm thinking here. Then we have Den falske rosen by Jakob Vegelius. I read the second book in the series. This is the third book. They're all companion books, but I suppose you could read them in order. I found this one. I didn't find the first book in the series, and so far I just read the second one. But yeah, the second one took place all over Europe and also a bit in India. So I'm kind of thinking this one will probably be a bit here and there. It's absurd, it's funny, it's dramatic, it's weird, and yeah, it's quite a good. Well, at least the second book was quite good. So looking forward to this one. Then we have Hekser på 1, 2, 3, Witches. So it's a kids book, so it's uh, quite quick read. So yeah, another quick read to have. Then we have Under stjärna i Paris by Carolina Schutzel. This is a Swedish author, but it's set in Paris. So if I'm going to use it for Paris or Sweden, not sure. I can use it for one of those. So yeah, and also heard it's supposed to be charming and nice. So yeah. Then we have Et kupp å dø for by Anders Lamotte og Mons Nilsson. This is a Swedish crime story. So I suppose, yeah, I've gotten quite a few Swedish books on my whole. That just kind of randomly happened. But again, I feel like this could maybe have a Norwegian in there, it could have a Danish in there, could like have different uh, different characters, or they could talk about something. So yeah, doesn't need to be Sweden, I think. Then we have Boken for glemte ord by Pip Williams, the book for lost words. And this is a book that came out a few years ago, was all over the world, all over the internet. But it's a book about a woman who decides to collect words that are kind of forgotten. And I feel like, I mean, when you're talking about etymology and books, you could talk about different parts of the world and Europe and whatnot. So, yeah, I feel like this is not too bad a book to have, really. Then we have Uløste mysterier fra hele verden. Unsolved mysteries from the whole world. So it's real life stories with pictures and yeah, kind of written for kids. And so there's like just two two pages and then a new story. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Then we have Sprø fakta by Jørn Roheim. This is just a kid's book in Norwegian about weird facts. And I feel like this, I mean, fact, it doesn't say, but I feel like it could be fact. Well, yeah, because it says about US. I think like it's probably going to be facts from all over the world. So yeah, it is 120 pages. So quick, nice read. Ti ville Ti ville ekspedisjoner. So 10 expeditions. So yeah, I think like you can explore all over the world really. So yeah. And then we have Uflaks. 13 utrolig uheldige hendelser by Bjørn F. Rørvik. So again, it's a non-fiction story all about real life things that has happened. I don't know if this is just things that happen in Norway or something else, but having a book for Norway is always good. So yeah, it's gonna be pictures and story. So I wanted to read this for a while, but I mean it's been popular for as long as it's come out, and now I found it no waiting list. Like, and then we have Ekte Mysterier, true crime for kids. So kind of what it says, it's true crime for kids, and yeah, true crime happens everywhere really. And then we have the sports shelter, all about. So we have pictures, and then you have the story of the sports athletes. So yeah, I feel like this could work. I mean, sports people are from everywhere, really. And maybe could mention a place where they won a medal and whatnot. Then we have if history was Scottish, which is just like quite quick, short, fun read. So yeah. And then we have En Casa Dames Betroelser by Anna Sam. This is a non-fiction book that I found used. It's originally, at least I believe, yeah, it's originally French, but I mean I don't know, maybe it talks about something else in the story. But yeah, it's all about anecdotes from working in a grocery store. So yeah, looking forward to that. And then we have Verdens största mysterier, the world's unsolved mysteries. I mean, it's in the title, the world's. I suppose it could be all over the world, but also probably a bit New York. So yeah. And then we have a reisebrev, yeah. So this is a book about travelogues, people who write back from traveling to places. This one is Toscana, Berlin, Normandy, Bretagne, but also feel like could probably mention someplace else. I don't know, maybe. And then we have, yes, we have more. You Goddess by Life Lessons from Awesome Immortals. So immortals from all over the world. So this could work. Who made that? So this is a book all about inventions and who made them. And people make things from all over the world. Store spørsmål fra små folk. So this is a book all about where kids have asked stuff and people answer. So it's answered by David Attenborough and yeah, all sorts of experts. And I feel like this could be quite a fun book to pick up. Then we have the Dewey, the library cat. I feel like it's a library, it's a cat. Maybe there's probably some talks about some books. So, yeah. A literary miscellany. This again is a quick, fun non-fiction book all about books, literature. So here for that. I've had it embarrassingly long enough for in my on my unread pile. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I am silly. I don't know. I haven't. So yeah. And then we have 100 Nasty Women of History. So non-fiction, all about historical women. This is written for adults, so it's longer, but I think it's maybe more like 4 pages instead of 1 pages than like in the kids' books. But yeah, excited to read this one, or try to read at least. Bloody Brilliant People by Kathy Newman, a story about people who collaborated, who were forgotten by history. So yeah, here for that. History of the World in 21 Women. Yes, I mean, it's there in the title. Here for it. And, oh, and not last, but last in this pile, anyway. Real History, the world according to movies. So non-fiction, all about movie and cinematic history. So I feel like this could probably talk about some directors or some actors or whatnot. So yeah, this is an option, definitely. Wow. And then I have book 4 and 5 in the City Spy series by James Ponti. So right now I have book 1 and 2 and book 4 and 5. I don't have book 3, so I kind of want to read book 3 first. But I'm thinking maybe I'll get a hold of book 3 and then I might pick up these two, or at least one of them. And yeah, like the first two books, they travel all around the world. So I feel like in these ones, they probably also travel a lot of places in the world. So could definitely work. And then, blah blah, I'm just going to double check if there's something I've forgotten about. No, yeah. And then there's the audiobooks. And in addition to audiobooks, I also have some NetGalley books. So yeah, lots of options this year. Let's start with NetGalley books. I have Cat's Greek Summer by Nima Tipper. I have All Roads, All Roads Lead to Rome. So yeah, I get a Italian book. A Death on Corfu by Emily Sullivan. So yeah, that's I suppose Corfu is also Greek. Yeah, I mean some places are just used of literature. So yeah, and then we have Uncredited by Alison Tura. This is a kind of an uncredited woman in history. Then we have that Determined by Rachel Ruckert, which is all about pirates. Yeah. Then we have then we have the audiobooks. Also, sorry, not a lot. The Librarians of Lisbon by Suzanne Nelson. So set in Portugal, I would think, assume. I mean, it's at least the title. So yeah, set there on the Second World War. So it's spies and librarians. So yes, here for that. Table for One by Neha Bindal, all about food from all over the world. Steffi and the Spanish Prince by Donna Freitas. It's a romance with with a Spanish prince. What more do you need? My Salty Mary by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, Jodie Meadows, of the My Lady Mary series. This is all about Mary Beard. I think yeah, Beard, who's one of the female pirates of history. Then I have We Ship It by Lauren Kay. Uh, the Dubro- the the Dub- the Dubrovnik Book Club by Ava Glynn. Ticket to Ride by Tom Cheshire, which is all about train rides around the world. And then we have Death in Sunset Grove by Minna Lindgren, which is a uh, Finnish mystery series. Yeah, that seems to be it. But I mean, that was quite a lot of options, quite a lot of books, really. And as I said, I have one book chosen for Luxembourg. Yeah, pretty sure it's Luxembourg. That I forgot to borrow. But I'm thinking I'll try to borrow it next week and, well, after Easter. And yeah, because I kind of want to read Luxembourg. I haven't really done that before because it's a difficult country to read from. There's not really that much written about it, sadly. But I found one thriller, so I thought, yeah, looks fun. So, is there anything else I want to say? Before I've done recommendations for Eurovisionathon, but I've done that several years really. New recommendations this year really that I haven't talked about before. I'm just gonna quick check. That one is not. I'm not gonna do recommendations because I've done them before. Other earlier years, you can check out the other videos I've done. And yeah, excited for this year's Eurovisionathon. Honestly, I'm kind of more excited this year very much about the books and the songs. I feel like quite a long songs are like Snows. I love the Swedish one. I quite like the Norwegian one. And honestly, that's kind of it. I think there's some other ones I enjoy. But yeah, right now that's kind of like if Norway or Sweden won, I'm like, if anyone else wins, I'm like, okay, fine. I suppose maybe I'll he listen to songs more after some weeks and whatnot. But right now, that's what I feel really. And yeah, I hope you have a nice day, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. If you're participating in Eurovision Fun, tell me in the doodle and say one of the books that you're reading if you want to. And yeah, that's kind of it. I hope you have a nice Easter. This will have been pre-filmed, so when you see this, I'm already in my cabin. And yeah,